Hey guys, Alan Kirby here. Something crazy happened to me at work last night. I got robbed. Okay. So first of all, this guy comes up to the counter. He was pacing around back and forth. He came in the store. He was pacing. I was keeping an eye on him, but I took my eye off him for a second because I had to ring out other customers. And pretty much, he waited till they left, and he comes up to the counter and he's reaching for something like in his pants under his shirt. So I thought he was joking. He goes, "Give me all your money." So, sometimes customers say that. It's not really a good joke, but, I'm just like, whatever, fuck off. I don't care. I'm just doing my job. So, pretty much, he runs around the counter and, he's got something like halfway in his pants, like poking through his shirt. I could tell it wasn't his finger because I was like, man, if it's his finger, I'm probably gonna knock this dude out. But he definitely had something circular, kind of looked like a barrel. It all happened so fast. So I was arguing with him for a minute. I kept saying, you need to chill, was arguing with him. And which my manager's like, why did you argue with him? And I'm like, I'm just an argumentative person. So I was arguing with him for a couple minutes because I still thought he was kind of joking. But when he ran behind, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? So I didn't really know what he had, and part of me was like, oh, he doesn't have anything, and the other part of me was like, what if he does? You're gonna die at work. Like, when I went into work that night, I planned on getting off in the morning. So, he's yelling and screaming. I'm arguing with him for a couple minutes. I'm arguing with him for a couple minutes. And, he's still yelling. He's like, I'll shoot you, I'll shoot you, I'll shoot you. So finally, he gets real mad and he's like, I'm gonna blow your fucking head off. So I pop the drawer. He sticks his hand and he starts trying to take money. Well, first he goes, I want you to lift it out for me and give it to me. I said, no, you're already robbing me. I'm not going to fucking lift the register out and help you steal the fucking cash register. When you're already robbing me, I'm already pissed. So he just starts to grab a little bit of money and I start hitting the drawer. I hit it like 3 times, hitting his hand in the drawer so he couldn't grab all the money. He only got like $60. So I keep smashing his hand in the fucking drawer. And he gets mad, he turns around and leaves. Well, when he runs outside, there's these group of customers. They're regulars that are in our store all the time. Well, they grab onto the guy, and the one guy starts punching him in the face, and he's bleeding all over the fucking place. And, excuse my language, I had a rough night. And, sorry, I'm sweating too. And, pretty much beat the crap out of him. So I see that going on. I have the phone trying to call the cops. And so he gets free because the guy had his collar, but he ripped his shirt to get away. So I take off running after him. But then I look back and I see my boy Mike standing there with a store full of people. I'm like, shit, I gotta go back, lock the store up, call the police, call the head manager. And so my head manager, she was coming all the way from fucking Delaware. The stupid motherfucker dropped his hat. He left his bike. They smashed his cell phone. He dropped his cell phone. So the police took that. He put all the evidence in a chicken bag. Top-rate police work. But she was a good policewoman. She was. She was good at her job. I will say that. Very calm, very understanding. So I'm calling the managers. Nobody's answering at this point. I'm like, fuck. you know, what the fuck do I do? I've only been a fucking manager, like a shift supervisor for like, I don't even think 2 months yet. But I always knew deep down, like, if it was gonna happen, I was like, it's gonna happen to me. Because if I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. So I pretty much knew it was gonna be me. And, they said I handled it well, but just don't argue. And they were kind of mad that I chased them down. But it's like, you know, what else do you do in that situation? I'm freaked out. It's already a weird night. I've only been at work for a half hour. I went in at 10. This happened at 10:30. So the assistant manager, who was already in a bad mood because I wouldn't come in early last night, comes in this morning talking all kinds of shit. Being a smartass. No. Oh, you guys okay? None of that shit. Just being a smartass. Like, oh yeah, we just got robbed. We're cool though. So, she's running her mouth. I'm the only one that fucking has to do anything. Last night when I pulled up too, I was outside smoking before I was going to work, and she was talking all kinds of shit. Because she's a miserable cunt. I don't like to use the C word, but in this case, it's appropriate. She's being a real cunt. Not saying she's a cunt. She was being a real cunt. So she's running her mouth. Already had a bad night, so I'm just like, fuck it, whatever. Just ignored it. But I gotta say, like, I don't like mentioning names on here, but my boy Mikey in the deli handled that like a G. Like, a lot of people give Mikey a hard problem because he's, you know, a lot of problems because he's quiet. He's real shy. He doesn't really fuck with people. And I don't either, even though I'm like the opposite. I'm loudmouth and he's quiet. I like to talk. He doesn't like to talk. But we're very similar in a lot of ways, and we see that in each other. We become really good friends, and I know he's got my back. Like, not a lot of people there have my back, but I know Mikey's one of them. He acted real fast in that situation. But when that manager, the assistant manager came in, because the real manager, the head manager, was real understanding. She came in, rubbed my back. She was like, you know, it's okay. You know, these things happen. You handled it well. Just next time, don't argue and just don't chase them. Just give them what they want and let them go. It's probably good advice, because I could have just got my head blown off at work, which I'm kind of glad it wasn't. But, you know, she was just real pissy this morning. Kind of pissed me off, because it's like, I've already been through enough shit. Like, you know, imagine getting robbed. You'd be freaked out too. And it's like me coming in and start yelling at you. Like, I wouldn't do that shit. Like, I'd be like, are you okay? You know, sorry I'm being such a dick. But no, it's none of that. It's just continuous bitching, and it's already unbearable. Like, I'm already going through shit at work, and then this shit happens. But Mikey handled it well. Mikey's my boy. I don't like mentioning names on here, but thanks, Mike. You really acted fast. And he helped me get everything under control. So, big ups to Mike. You did handle that like a G. But, you know, the head manager was good about it. She was real understanding, and, you know, we figured out what the loss was and how much he took, which it was only like $60 or $70. He didn't get the whole drawer, thank God. But, it's just one of them things, man. You know, I knew working on the graveyard shift, I knew what kind of risk I was taking. And people would always be like, aren't you afraid of getting robbed? And I was always like, no, because I've been over there, you know, I've been there for over 2 years. So I was never really worried. And now it's like, you know, I'm questioning everything. I'm like, am I safe at work anymore? Am I going to come home in the fucking morning? Am I going to see my family? Am I going to see my animals? You know, my girlfriend's going to be devastated. Like, I'm not going to come home. And that's a scary fear. And I've had so much weird stuff happen at this job. Like, on the graveyard shift, like, it's the drunks and the crackheads. Like, you wouldn't even believe what kind of stories I have. And I'm going to start a video series on here telling some of those stories, because you wouldn't believe it unless I told you. But this is obviously the weirdest thing that's fucking happened to me since I worked here. Like, I have a migraine, I have prostate problems, and my prostate was killing me. Like, I was hunched over in pain in the beginning of the night. Like, my prostate was killing me. Like, I already didn't feel good. And then this shit happens. But I tell you what, I felt better real quick after this happened, because my adrenaline was kicking, and whew, I hope nobody has to face that. I hope nobody has a job out there that they have to fear going to, because it's not cool. It's a freaky situation. Anything can happen at any moment. Like, life is unpredictable. So, you know, tell whoever, you know, you're mad at or you haven't talked to, or whoever, that you love them, because you never know when you're going to be faced with a situation. And this isn't fake. All this happened exactly like I'm telling you. It was a freaking night. Like, I've been shot at before, but I have never been, like, something that close to me is creepy. Because you don't know what people are going to do nowadays. And yeah, you can be like, oh, I don't think it's a gun, but what if it is? And you die at work. You don't get to tell the people that you love them one last time. It's just over. No more hopes, no more dreams, no more aspirations. You're done. So no matter, you know, it was just crazy how everything went down. He was all tweaked out and just freaking out. And luckily, you know, I had some customers step up. Like, the pizza guy rolled back around and said he saw him in the Billerica Mall. He came all the way back from going home to say they saw him in the Billerica Mall. And I had a customer that was in the aisle that witnessed the whole thing. He stayed and gave, you know, he was cool about it. He was like, you did the right thing, man. Don't risk your life over this company's money. I was like, yeah, but I still feel bad about it. You know, I'm still pissed. It still sucks. But, you know, life goes on. They were like, are you okay? Are you alright to finish your work night? I was like, yeah, why not? It was kind of creepy, you know, after getting robbed to work, but I got through it. And I'm home talking to you today. Well, I just had to share my night. Freaky ass night, so hopefully you guys are safe at your jobs. Well, have a good day, guys. Talk to you later. Curb.